Hello, everybody, and a very warm welcome to the channel Just to Sunny for YouTube. This is the start of a brand new year, and normally, the start of a brand new year signifies a fresh start, and it also signifies a time to make the kind of changes that we want in our lives, in our careers, and it's also normally a very good time for us to just spend it doing a little bit of a reflection in terms of the space where we happen to find ourselves. I think on this video, I'm going to focus on how to get unstuck. It is very easy to find ourselves living a life which may be a life of routine, a life where we are just doing the same thing over and over again. And sometimes it may be because we are suffering from burnout, or we are just suffering from a lack of inspiration. So in this video, I'm going to spend a little bit of time looking at what are the things that we can do to help us to get unstuck. And it is not easy when you're feeling like you are stuck to help yourself out of that rut. Sometimes it takes somebody who is on the outside to help you with that situation. So the very first thing that you can do when you feel unstuck is, number one, you can change your mindset. And what do we mean when we say you can change your mindset? You know, sometimes when you're feeling stuck, you play this record over and over and over again in your mind, where you're telling yourself that I am stuck. So in a sense, therefore, it starts becoming a state of mind. And sometimes you may find that that state of mind may not essentially even be your reality. Maybe, like I was saying a bit earlier, you are just uninspired, and you don't know how to move from that point of feeling uninspired to move to being inspired, So you must not judge yourself very harshly whenever you feel stuck or when you feel uninspired. And also, it helps to also reframe whatever it is that you're thinking about in your mind, instead of playing the record over and over again where you're saying, I'm stuck, I'm stuck, I'm stuck. You can start thinking about things like, I am looking, or I'm exploring opportunities that are out there, that are available to me, that I can make use of. Or you can start saying, new ideas are making their way to me, and I'm going to find those new ideas when they come my way. And if you're feeling tired, instead of telling yourself, I'm tired all the time, you can start saying, I have energy that I'm going to need. I'm going to be productive today, And let us truly be honest with ourselves. If you're not willing to change your thinking, there is nothing else that I can recommend as a coach, and there's nothing else that other people can recommend as specialists that are going to help you. So you need to start changing your mindset from being resistant, and you need to look at what is it that you can do to move yourself forward. Number two, the second thing that you can do when you're feeling stuck is get out of your normal space. And your normal space is the everyday space where you're operating. This is your home space, your church space, your work space, your social space. But being in the same physical space for too long is going to make you feel stagnant, and it's going to make you feel as if your point of view in life is stagnant as well. So sometimes, if you just take yourself to new surroundings, it will energize you. It's going to change your perspective, and it is also going to make you feel refreshed when you're looking at new scenery and you're meeting new people as well, and you're doing different things that are exciting, And sometimes it's just as easy as going to sit outside for a while where you can feel fresh air, you can look at the sky, and you can listen to the sights and the sounds and the smell of a different location. And that is definitely going to make you feel very energized. When was the last time you went to the park? Or when was the last time you went for a hike? Or when was the last time you went to the movies? When did you last visit the museum? And when last did you hang out with your friend where you guys just basically spent time laughing with each other and gossiping about the good things, not gossiping about other people, but gossiping about the nice little niceties of life? Maybe you're always eating at the same restaurant. Maybe your change of scenery can be go and try out a new restaurant with a different menu, with different things that you're normally used to eating. So, I was feeling very uninspired as the year started, and I'm talking to you I've just booked myself into a hotel for 2 days so that I can spend some time on rest and relaxation, and also just reordering the new week and reordering my year. I've already set my intentions for the year, but I was also just re-looking at my intentions. So I was jump-starting my year, in a sense, to say. And I know that, when I get home tomorrow, I'm going to look at life from a different perspective. The third thing that you can do to get unstuck is to put the clutter that is going on in your head on a paper, right? I like to say journal. It is to journal, And like when you are journaling and you are actually talking about your feelings, maybe of being fearful or being anxious or being worried, it's helping you to release those fears and those feelings from your head space, and you are releasing them onto a paper. So sometimes you also can just write out ideas that you have, or you can vent about something that has been bothering you and that is being a thing. And once you've gotten those feelings and those anxieties onto the piece of paper, you will find that you are feeling so much, much better. The fourth thing, which I like to do also in my own personal space, is to do something that is very creative. And what is things that are creative? It's a hobby, It can be writing short stories, writing poems, or if you're a person who loves to paint, dance if you like. Some of us, I have a son who loves calligraphy. So for him, maybe if he's feeling stuck, then he can just do his calligraphic writing. And it is going to make you feel so much better if you do something creative. The fifth thing that you can do to help you to feel unstuck is to switch up your daily routine. Now, this will entail you going into your daily routine, the things that you're doing on a normal everyday basis. Write down your daily activity plan, and this is it starts with you waking up. If you meditate or pray, write that down, doing your toilet routine, drinking your water, drinking your meds if you do, your bath, getting dressed, going to work or taking the kids to school. You simply jot down every single thing that you do. And once you've listed your daily activity plan, look at the things that you can switch up or change, because maybe that could be where the feeling of being stuck is coming from, because you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. If you take a look at your daily activity plan, you can ask yourself, is there something that you're currently doing that you can substitute with something else? Let's say maybe you're going to the gym Monday to Friday. Instead of going to the gym, could you maybe substitute your workout routine and put in hiking or put in yoga instead of just gymming all the time? So this would also help you in a sense to develop new habits that will make you to feel more productive, and you'll find that even the very small changes that you make, they can make you feel really, really refreshed. The number 6, you can visualize what your best self would do. What would the best version of Tusani do when she's feeling stuck? What would the best version of Tusani do when to get out of that rut? Or if you cannot visualize yourself, think about someone that you really admire, someone that you really look up to, who have their act together. It can be a famous personality. You can think about what would Oprah do when she's feeling stuck? What would Michelle Obama do when she's feeling stuck? Then channel your best self or channel your hero, and then take some small steps, that you feel your best self or your hero would do, Maybe they would stop panicking and stop feeling so anxious and come up with a plan. That already is a visualization. It's a practical thing, and it's moving you towards your best self. And please, I ask you that you should not beat yourself up, because you don't have to be that best version of that person that you're striving to be today. It is small steps that will move you to the best version of yourself. Remember, guys, if you look at somebody like Oprah Winfrey or Michelle Obama, like I've been saying, they were not built up to be smooth and polished in one day. It took a series of steps to get them to where they became great women. The 7th thing that you can do is to perform an act of service. When you serve other people out there, when you serve humanity, when you volunteer services to those who are needy, or when you spend time pouring to other people who need your services, it can help you with your self-esteem, and it can also help you just to make sure that, people out there are having a better life. If you know of some elderly people that need company, you can go and sit a little bit with that person and spend some time chatting. You find that some old people are lonely. How about giving your partner a massage? Or if you've got siblings who has young kids, babysit her kids, spend time with the children. It will give you a very interesting perspective, but it will also give you that chance to bring out the child in you, and it will give your sibling a chance to go out with their spouse for a date night, for dinner. They can do movies, or they can do something exciting like that. And definitely helping other people is going to make you feel good, and it's also going to make them feel good. Now, number 8, you can declutter your home. Physical clutter. I've spoken about it in the first video for the year. Physical clutter can actually make you ill, just by looking at clutter, because it's going to make you feel anxious. It will make you feel stressed. And clutter can also create mental blocks. And it also contributes to you feeling stuck in life. And the results of living in clutter they are not pretty at all. What is the one feeling that goes through you after you've finished cleaning clutter? You feel so good, right? Yes. And on the other hand, when you're looking at a space which is cluttered and it's chaotic, it can make you feel mentally and emotionally and physically drained. And if your house has fallen into clutter or your office space has fallen into clutter, don't put yourself under pressure by trying to clear out all this clutter in one day. Take it in small bites. You can clean out the clutter room by room. And if your outside yard is all cluttered, take it space by space. Do not put yourself under pressure to try and clean all this clutter which you created in years and years on one day. You take it step by step, and if you need to hire a professional to help you with the clutter, do that if you do have the resources, and put on some music, soothing music or some dance music if that is what you like, and put out some snacks and a bit of wine and get to the job. And for some of the things that you are hoarding as clutter, donate that. Give it away. There is somebody who can utilize the things that you're holding on to. And you will find that you have so much space for you to utilize. And you had been hogging space by holding on to clutter. Number 9 that you can do when you're feeling stuck: talk to somebody. And for this, really, there is no shame in talking to somebody. You can talk to a friend, talk to a family member who is not going to judge you. You can talk to a spiritual leader if you have access to that, or you can talk to a therapist by having a formal counseling session. And this also goes into mental health, because it's key that if there are things that are burdening you, that are contributing to you feeling stuck, that you have an outlet. And other people, when you talk to them, they are going to give you a new perspective on your situation, because they are on the outside looking in, and they can see so many angles that you cannot see into the situation. And make sure that you're talking to somebody who is not judgmental as well. And sometimes when we're feeling stuck, it's just that we are so much into our feelings that we cannot see things objectively. And therefore, that is why I say, when you talk to somebody who is on the outside, they are going to be able to offer you a new point of view. And sometimes they are just there to sympathize with you by lending an ear to listen to your problems, and then they can also assist you in terms of coming up with a solution. And maybe sometimes you don't even really need a solution. Maybe sometimes what you really need is for somebody to just sit there and listen to you, sympathize with what you're going through, and maybe you just needed to vent. And if you really need professional help, seek it. You can talk to a social worker, you can talk to a psychologist, anything as a psychiatrist. Get the help that you need. Or if you feel that it's more of a social issue, you can talk to a friend, like I'm saying, a family member, your pastor. This will go a long way in helping you to feel unstuck. Now, number 10, it is to treat yourself. Treat yourself to something nice, to something that is going to make you feel good. And I think sometimes when we're feeling stuck, we just need to be a little bit kinder to ourselves. And treating yourself can come in so many forms. I don't know what it is that you like. Some of us, that can take the form of going to the gym, or you can have a spa day or a spa night, get a massage, maybe just take a long bath. And maybe what you really need is to put away your to-do list and have a day where you're just chilling and Netflixing, right? Or maybe get yourself a very good book. You can also maybe get a copy of my book, which is called The Perfect Fall. And for that book, The Perfect Fall, you can order it directly from me for some reading and for some inspiration, really. How about if you then just take yourself out for ice cream to treat your inner child to something sweet if you have a sweet tooth? That could be something that you can do. Now, please remember, like I said, feeling stuck, there's nothing wrong with feeling stuck. It's part of life. That is something that happens when we are on the journey of life. I think what is important is what you do to get yourself out of that situation. And I've already outlined some of the things that you can do, but there are also many other steps that you can do out there to help you to feel unstuck. And I really hope that you liked this video. Please feel free to leave me a comment below, and also please click like and please share, and please remember to also just subscribe to my Just Tusani YouTube channel. And remember, I'm also practicing as a transformational coach. So if you would like to book yourself a session, you can contact me on 072 608 2047. I repeat, 072 608 2047. And I will see you in the next video, where we are really going to spend a little bit of time looking at some things that we can do to reduce stress. We know that we are going through a pandemic currently, and there are a lot of people that are stressed, and it's only natural, it's only normal. There is no shame in feeling stressed, but I think what is important is what we do, the steps that we can take to make sure that we reduce the stress levels in our lives. Up until next time, take very good care of yourself and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.